Hong Sing Gong. Oh, Hong Sing Yo, Squid Game. From the Squid Game. Using Squid Game, Hong Sing Gong. Hold on.
Characters, tier list, rating, you get the idea. We'll start with Mr. Plot Armor himself, the guy that used to be a complete sideman and then transformed into John Wick after someone killed his dog. Also, not too shy to experiment with a new haircut from time to time. The man who rather beefs with the secret elite than being with his daughter over the holidays. All that just for us to get a season 2. You gotta appreciate the commitment. Now that's an S tier of a character right there. Soldier Girl has potential, but hasn't really done that much except for killing the eliminated contestants so their organs cannot be harvested and sold on the black market. A gesture of good faith, to show that she isn't truly evil, even though she kills people for a living. It was wholesome to see she did care for the father and the child, but she ended up killing him anyway. B tier. This guy keeps acting like he's some big shot. Like he is some successful businessman, pretending that he isn't $700,000 in debt, which is more than most of the other players. Keeps on whining how he needs to keep playing. We get it, you have a lot of debt. So does every other sideman participating. That's a fully deserved F tier right there. Now this man randomly spawned in the 6th episode and chose to be the opposite of a sideman, willing to throw hands in order to protect his teammates with his clean mustache and aggressive character. The first man to join arms with Ki-yoon that wasn't part of the group before. And I was very sad when he inevitably got betrayed by Inyo. A tier. Bland character. I can't even remember her name. The only reason she even exists is for the development of other characters and to give us a more somewhat significant death, since this is the first death of an actual named character, if you even want to call it that. Now, even though he doesn't do much, you got to have respect for this man. He's likable, just a chill guy, not here to get rich, but to quit as soon as he had enough money to save his daughter's life. Even picked up arms with the boys when it was necessary. Absolutely deserves that A tier. MG coin is the living proof of why you should not invest in meme coins. And definitely do not invest your entire savings account, because that's just stupid. Now there are a lot of people here in the Squid Game who can't really do anything about their debt. But this man, he deserves to be in the Squid Game. He invested all of his savings into a meme coin, told 1 million people to do the same, including his girlfriend, and then proceeds to lose it all because of course he does. And if you think it cannot get any more brainless, this guy recommends to his pregnant ex-girlfriend to invest all of their prize money when they get out of the Squid Game, which got them in there in the first place. What the C tier. Jun-hee is not too bad. Every interaction with other characters except for Captain Crypto was very wholesome. For some reason, especially those with the frontman. It's great to see how she gets adopted into the group and they just kick out a way more capable Marine for her. Plus, it's not her fault that she got into the games. It's because she trusted her incapable boyfriend. B tier. An elderly, angry lady there for the essential comic relief. Joined the game just to help her son as a nice little gesture, though she unfortunately doesn't have much else going for her. C tier. The prime example of a mama's boy. Only the love doesn't seem to be going both ways, as this man votes to continue the games because he has a little more debt, without taking into regard the well-being of his own mother. And after apologizing for this, proceeds to leave her behind regardless. Besides those glasses and the haircut, what am I looking at? Clear F tier for me. The detective in this season was so promising, but gets turned in just another absolute sideman. The entire season he chills on a boat, searching the hundreds of islands near the coast, with this obviously not trustworthy man of a captain. Even with the mercenaries, nothing remotely interesting happens, except now they have a drong. Somehow, even though he does literally nothing, he still manages to make you, as the viewer, believe he is gonna do something. You're waiting for anything to happen, but it just doesn't happen. I still really like the character, so I'm giving him the A tier regardless. A big W for staying loyal to his boss by helping the detective in his search of the Squid Game, separating himself from sidemen like the mercenaries. He is still not really anything more than a comic relief character though, and he is kinda stupid. So I'll give him a B tier. I was not expecting the guy that made Gi-yoon sign his physical rights away to be so chill. It was such a W to see he actually cared for his worker. Can't say a taking for someone that officiates a wedding. He can chill with his worker in B tier. Mr. Edit himself. If Psycho and Richmond were to be a combined personality, wears a slick looking suit with his fancy and satisfying haircut, managed to somehow do two facial expressions at the same time, which is supposed to be physically impossible. The man that has been in 2 episodes total and still manages to have that infinite aura. S tier.
All I know is I'm transgender and you can't make me go to the bathroom with the cisgengers.
All jokes aside, they did a very good job with this character, giving her reasonable motivation and a good background with her being in the army. Only I couldn't help myself bursting out laughing when they started talking about Thailand and how it would be the perfect place for her, because there are a lot of people like her. A tier. Once again, the main character finds himself in the games, this time with a different best friend. But not just any friend. Jung Bae is my man, my guy. Some would say he is the GOAT, someone who sticks to the bro code, except for that one time, but we'll let that slide. He was in the Marines, knows his way with guns, would never do Gi-hoon like Sang-woo did, and I was genuinely sad when he died. A clear S tier. The straight up ripoff of Minyo, annoying and almost got her team killed. Both are crazy ladies, but the newer version has a lot less going for her. She's just throwing dreamy prophecies around, most of them being about how they are all going to die playing the games, and well, yeah, like those shit. It's an F tier for me. The mercenaries were incapable as f. They haven't done shit except for getting booby-trapped at one time, just chilled on a boat for the entire season, complaining that they had nothing to do. Though I will say, they have potential for a future season. C tier. We unfortunately did not get a lot of her, but she was the first kill, so at least she added something. C tier. Namgyu is just a Thanos wannabe, wishing he had all of the Infinity Stones, bullying others to impress those stronger than him, and with the cherry on top, possibly having the worst haircut in the series. I'll still give him the B tier.
My little boy Minsu!
I get what they were trying to do with this. Shy introvert gets bullied and pressured by mean loud extrovert, but being an introvert does not give you a free pass to be such a sideman, letting down the only person in that room who might actually care about you to stay with these chumps, not sticking up for himself, causing the bathroom fight between Red and Blue and the death of my boy Thanos. That's an F tier. Semi is, in my opinion, not interesting at all. I would go as far to say is that she is nothing more than a Sebyok wannabe. And to make it even worse, she gets killed by this useless specimen of a human being. Though she still is kinda badass, so I'll give her a B tier. Now, Dayo started out as my boy, my man, my guy. I still have no clue how Gongi works, but he straight up nailed it. But then they had to ruin him by letting him cry in the corner like your little brother when his iPad playing Cocomelon is taken away, not getting himself together and letting the boys down. A regrettable C tier. Now the frontman throughout most of this season, it feels like he's on a little vacation. A well-deserved frontman break, playing some games with the boys and having a little laugh here and there. Me, as the viewer, at some point completely forgot this man was supposed to be the villain, throwing hands to protect other players and shooting his own workers to shake it up a little. Sure, he did have that time with Spinning Top that he was obviously stalling, but in the end, he saved the group, so we'll forgive him for that. I get so hyped up by this character that it came as a shock when he turns out to be an actual villain. S tier.
But you know, Chel, I'm a legend, Thanos.
My boy Thanos spits random brain rot bars when he feels like it,
You will come back, my friends.
has all 6 Infinity Stones, managed to smuggle in some of his magical party pills, and has the most outrageous purple hair, is literally called Thanos, and we love it. The way he just dances around like he has unlimited respawns is something else. S tier.
Suscríbete a mi canal de YouTube, dale like y activa las notificaciones.